One of the major problems you have with a pump is that the pump goes ahead and needs to have, for emergency purposes and safety, needs to have a way to release the vacuum. That's what this little button down here is. It's the release button. When pressed, the button goes ahead and releases the vacuum, and bingo, you no longer have the vacuum. But the problem is this Schrader valve that's installed here has a very, very thin metal stem to it, easily bent, easily damaged in packing, shipping, use, whatever. So we've gone ahead and done a significant improvement to this product, and we've gone ahead and put in a much more robust quick release valve as shown in this revised product. So again, durability, quality, value for the customer. Something that will last and hold up and not go ahead and just in the process of shipping the product to the customer, this gets damaged and is no longer an effective way to release the vacuum because the Schrader valve is bent. We go ahead then and incorporate into the unit the ability to provide the customer with products that are more comfortable. So we have products that go ahead and have cushioned grips to them and are more comfortable to the hand. Or sometimes we ship those items that have less significant of grips. And these grips on here are a little less comfortable. So we offer different varieties of products that can go ahead and give you more comfort and make it more friendly to the customer's hands. In addition to that, we go ahead and give the ability, this is a dual operation pump. This gives pressure and vacuum. By sliding this bezel here in the front, back, or forth, you go ahead and either have a vacuum pump or you have a pressure pump. So this has dual operation, as this product here likewise has dual operation by sliding this bezel here forward or back. Goes ahead and has vacuum, goes ahead and has pressure. So this pump is dual operation. Here we're creating a pressure. Here we're creating a vacuum. We've also developed something that we think is a must. And a vacuum is sort of comes and goes, if you will. And having a vacuum in such a way that you know where it's leaking is difficult, because if you have pressure, you can feel the air escaping in an area, or sometimes hear it even whistle a little bit if it escapes. But if you go ahead and pressurize your tire in your car and it has a leak, you can put the tire in water and see where the bubbles are coming out. If you have something that has a vacuum in it, it's much more difficult to go ahead and figure out where is that air coming in and removing the vacuum, because you pulled out all the air. If there's a leak, air goes in and erases the vacuum. So what we've developed is a little cap that we call a test cap. And this test cap then can go on your item. And by putting that on the item, you now have sealed it off. You have a gauge, and we highly recommend gauges be purchased with all pumps for safety reasons, so you have an idea of a kind of vacuum or pressure you're pulling off on the pumping. So in this case, we can go ahead here, and you can see we can create a vacuum on here. And this vacuum goes ahead and shows that the vacuum gauge, the vacuum pump, and everything in its integrity is operating and giving you a vacuum. If the vacuum is leaking and there's a problem, the needle will start to drop. But this If the needle holds and the vacuum's steady, then you need to go ahead and check the rest of the system. The tubing, the quick release valve. Is the quick release valve properly seated and tight against its O-ring, or is there a leak there, or the seal around the flange on the cylinder, or whatever devices are attached to the pump. But this isolates the pump and says A-OK, or there's a problem. But you can check it and then know you've got to look elsewhere with what you're connecting to this has the leak, but not the pump. We've gone ahead to show our reliability and dependability now. This pump has had approximately negative 21 inches of mercury. This pump has been here now for about 4 days. It has not lost a wiggle. So this pump and its integrity to maintain a vacuum long term is there. Again, we utilize a test cap on here and a vacuum gauge to go ahead and ascertain the ability of the pump to go ahead and have total integrity and keep and maintain a vacuum long term, not just for a few minutes and you got to pump again, a few more minutes and you got to pump again and pump again and pump again because there's a leak somewhere. So this gives you ability to verify that everything is working and there's a high degree of integrity in the whole system here. So bringing all the various parts and components together, you end up getting the feeling and understanding that we seek out not just to go ahead and sell stuff, but to sell stuff that better solves the customer's problems and gives them value for the money they spent, be it low, medium, or high dollars. Because a customer wants something that's reliable and dependable, and that's what we strive to design and redesign and improve the products we sell so they give the customer value. And it isn't a quick sale. It's a matter of giving the customer something that they will be able to enjoy for many years.